shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Ready, break!
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. You talk about this Lions defense. They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
Pass caught. It's Lane with it. 10 yards there. Good for a Washington first down.
And the throw in the catch were just fine. But against zone coverage, when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Okay, ready?
From the 44-yard line, here's second down and 2.
Tag! Crack all 80. Ready?
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a first down.
That's good for a Washington first down.
Let's go now.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Ready, ready?
Throwing now is Daniels. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And it's second down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Hurt. Right there, hurt. Let's go.
Now Daniels going to give it up on the touch pass. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Come on. Set.
Now Daniels. That is caught. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Go! Viking 18! Cowboy 80!
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
60. Check smash! No street! Let go!
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Ready? Panthers 60. Panthers. Mustang 19. 19 tight. 19 tight. 19. Cup 19. Ready?
To throw is Daniels. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Commanders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. First run of the game for Jahmyr Gibbs, the Alabama product. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
That pass caught. It's Williams. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. 53 yards.
It's early, but an announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? Oh, what the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on, because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Here we go, start.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
As a former defensive back, I thought almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. You talk about this Lions defense. They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. They'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
70, Hawk 70, Panther 11, Panther 11, Warriors 70.
Here's Daniels. He'll try and do this himself. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. 15 yards there on the scramble and a 1st down.
That's good for a Commanders 1st down.
7-7, our score after one. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
18, pioneer. Deputy. Like Mustang 19.
To the air goes Daniels. Now he's going to step up and run. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
Hey, smash Bronco! Let go!
The 20, 5, touchdown, Washington. Jaden Daniels, he has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And Washington has taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first. They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. But he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5.
They'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here's Jordan Stout now. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
He's going to float this one deep right side, and that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
This offense so far on 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. Daniels looking to throw. He's got his receiver, Blaine. And he's going to have the Commanders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Check the Eagles. Ready.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
This now a 3rd and 4.
Go. Back to 60. Back to 60. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger.
Looking to throw. Daniels. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 32-yard line.
That's good for Washington.
Get up. Huh. 18 Cardinal.
32-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. From the 25, here's a 2nd down and 4.
2nd and 4.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over in that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
70 Timberwolves. Let's go.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
Come on, come on. Set. Bronco 80.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lane. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
Cougar 19. 79 Broncos. 18 Rattlers. 18 Rattlers. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Ready, ready.
Back to throw again. Now Daniels going to keep it. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Here we go, here we go. Ready, ready. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Warriors 70. Let's go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary, partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
70 Lions. Go, Riggs, go.
And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He tried to do it himself, but couldn't find his way to the marker. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
2nd and 10. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. Down the right sideline. And finally down at the 32-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. 55 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And room there to work it inside the 25. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Complete. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Lions are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Well, only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talk to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up.
Panther 60, Panther 60. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Taken in at the 11. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here.
And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Williams brings it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And now an audible here into something else.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
He's got a man downfield. It's Harris.
The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
At the 16-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Let's go, let's go, let's go!
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
32-yard line.
Going back to Gibbs on first down.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now a 2nd and 10.
He'll drop to throw.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for it first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
Gibbs will try and pick it up.
And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Another run for Gibbs here. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's second and a couple.
He'll look to throw.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Out wide to Gibbs.
It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on fourth down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's first and 10. Gibbs straight ahead.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Second and 5. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down.
Touchdown! A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Lions have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead is now 21-14.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here.
A big play there.
His 8th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Commanders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 21. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first two drives of the third quarter, one for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
Third down and 1. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 60 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
And the Lions first down.
They'll set up to throw. And he is caught by Laporta. And he's brought down. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Let's go.
On the give, here's Gibbs. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. And some room to work. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 25-yard line.
Lions first down.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. No gain on the play there, second down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. They'll drop to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Commanders are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the fourth quarter. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10.
Ready? Cougar, Panther 60, Panther 60.
Quickly completed to the right flat. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. If you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the ball.
There he goes, right side. He's to the 10. Touchdown, Washington.
A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders strike quickly to take the lead here in the fourth. Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for the Commanders' touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Lions 21.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And just shedding him off there. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. It's complete to Williams. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
And the Lions first and 10.
Back to throw now on first down. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. They'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They'll find Williams on the slant. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's fourth down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. So this offense able to convert on fourth, and now a fresh set of downs here, first and 10. They'll look to throw again. Finds Gibbs on a check down. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
He'll look to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 36.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now they'll audible to something else. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. This to Laporta, right side. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it's second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Washington on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Lions have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. A strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
And what a tough spot for this defense because they know it's coming, but they're just powerless to stop it. What a great run there to start the drive. And you can bet there'll be more where that came from as they try to ice this game away.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
77, go!
And a pretty good burst right there as they'll take this down to the 33.
Washington Commanders first down.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Let's go now. 70 Lions.
And he'll decide to keep this once more. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Everybody rocking side to side to the beat. Snap a night, bang, drink, bouncing to the groove. All by themselves, that's the new move.
Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
Cougar 19. Let go.
Washington. Jaden Daniels, 34 yards. And the Commanders add on to their 4th quarter lead, and they are on their way to improving to 8-2. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to to 14.
This makes the score. Commanders 42, Lions 28.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. This is 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. To throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That is caught. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. They're going to look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
Here's 1st and goal. Now back to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
Gibbs is not going to give in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3.
A loss of 2 on the play. It's 3rd down.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
They'll look to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he will get into the end zone. And a 2-point conversion will cut this down to a 6-point game. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And this will be recovered by Washington, and that should just about do it. And, oh, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
Here we go, here we go. Cowboy 80.
This to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts.
as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Ready? Cougar 19. Check, Bobcat. Check, Bobcat. Ready?
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. What a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Now Daniel's going to keep it. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on a 2-point try.
Commanders 48, Lions 36.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 35. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
He'll drop to throw.
And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
If this offense can't get it done, they'll think back to just a few plays and say to themselves, this was a winnable game and we let it get away. Still a chance to save it, but time's definitely running out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This is getting close to a no-win situation now. They've got one final shot. They're on their end of the field, and it's 4th and long. This might require a little extra razzle-dazzle to get it done.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And the Commanders come up with a